So good day everyone, my name is Yusuf Idi Maina, and today we are going to look how to integrate our smart contracts with front end so that user can easily interact with it. So before we have write several contracts, we test them and also deploy them. So today I will show you how to integrate the front end. So as usual, you visit the sCrypt.io, then click on the docs, then navigate to how to integrate with front end. So you see it here. So as you can see, sCrypt support different front end frameworks like React, Next.js, Vue, Angular, and even Svelte. So we are going to use React for this video. So let me show you how to actually create a new React project. So this is it. So this is the command for creating a new React project. So let me open my terminal. Sure. So for you to create a new React project, you will first this put your terminal. So this is where this will allow you to create a new React project. With the name of the project will be Hello World, and also it is going to use a TypeScript template. So I don't have to create a new project because I have one. So this is how you will create a new React project. And also after your project has been created, what you will do next is to initialize a script in your project. So first of all, you have to initialize git init. So then git init. So this will actually initialize, I already have it, so we initialize a git in your project, and after that then you git add. After git add, then you commit, git commit, then commit dash m, then let's say initial commit, or you can say first commit, your commit message. So let's say like this, and after that I already have it. So you also need to initialize a script service, a script into your project, and you will do that by npx script dash cli at latest init. So this will initialize an script into your React project so that you can easily compile and interact with your smart contracts. So after creating your React project and initialize a script in it, you get something similar to this. So in this case, my project name is A, just to make it simple. And you will see I have a source directory, and in this source directory there is another folder, contracts. So in this contracts I have hello world.ts, and this hello world.ts is where you will write your smart contract. So I already have one smart contract already written, and let's look at what this smart contract is doing. So this is just a simple smart contract that has two on-chain properties, x and y, and you can only interact with the contract when you provided the sum of that two numbers. So this is a very simple smart contract which will add two numbers, and you can only call it or interact with it by providing the sum of that two numbers. So as you can see, x, which is the type big int, y also big int, and this is my constructor, and also the name of this contracts public method is alloc, and also I have a parameter passed to it which is z, and also it is of data type big integer, and also I assert that z must be equaled the two properties, which is this dot x and also this dot y. So the sum of these two numbers must be equal to x for someone to easily interact with this contract. So this is the simplest smart contract I have ever seen. So this is very simple smart contract. So in order to make things very easy and simple, so I suggest to use this simple smart contract to show how you can easily interact with the smart contract. So this is my contract. So I have already compiled it, and you can easily compile it by running npx sCrypt -cli at latest compile. So this will compile your contracts, and after your contract is compiled, you will see an artifact folder, and in this artifact folder you have hello world.json. So this is the artifact file of your contracts, so that you can easily import it to your front end and interact with the contract. So after the contract folder, we have another folders, which is app.tsx and index.tsx, and others for the css and other few. So let's move to this index.tsx. This is where you will import your contract artifact and also your smart contract file and load the artifact so that you can interact with it in the front end, because you cannot compile smart contract in the front end. So you have to import the artifact of the smart contracts. So as you can see, I have imported the hello world smart contract file, and this is the file path, as you can see in the contracts folder, and also the artifact from the artifact folder. Hello world.json is an artifact file of our contracts, which will be generated after the contract is compiled. And also I have load the artifact, so hello world.load artifacts, and I have load the artifacts. So by default, this artifact will be loaded here, and I have already filled the artifact path here. So I have loaded this artifact, which is in this file. If you look at it, hello world.json. So this is the artifact. So, and this is it in the index.tsx. So we can, so here in the app.tsx is where we have did a lot of work here. So before we explain what the course is doing, and we have to look at something very important in the documentation, and let's move to how to deploy and call a contract. So there are two main important things I want you to understand here is provider and a signer. So a provider is an abstraction of standard Bitcoin node that provide connection to Bitcoin network. So this gives us read and write access to the blockchain, so that in this video we are using default provider and also a signer. So a signer is like a wallet or a single private key that will allow us to sign the transaction. So we are going to use provider that will give us read and write access to the blockchain, or also a signer for signing the transaction. So let's go back and show you how this come into play. So we have a function called infracts. So and our provider that will give us read and write access to the blockchain, we are using default provider and on a testnet network. And also a signer, we are going to use Panda signer, Panda wallet, in order to help us to sign a transaction. And after that, as you can see below it, we are requesting an authentication from the signer. So that means that for you to sign the transaction, a signer has to authenticate and confirm the transaction so that the wallet can sign the transaction successfully. So in our contract, if you didn't forget that, we are going to deploy two numbers, and whoever interact with that two, find the sum of that two numbers is the one that can interact with our contract. So in this case, we are deploying 3 and 4 as the value of x and y respectively. So x is 3 is the value of x, and also 4 is the value of y. If you go back to the contract, you'll see that. So we are actually locking two numbers, x and y, and the user will provide the sum, which is z, and we are going to make sure that this z value is the sum of x and y. So that's it here. We are providing 3 and 4 as the value of x and y, and also connect our instance with our signer, and also we deploy the contracts. And also we use a reference to find to allow user to input the value of x. Let me go down and show you. This is the level. So this is an input, and it refers to the sum, and it is of type number. And if a user input a number, it will be in this sum, and this sum will be the value of z which a user imported, and here we are converting it to a big integer. So this is how we call the contract. So we call it here instance.methods, and the name of our method, if you remember in the contract, the name of our public method is unlock. So we are calling unlock here and passing the value of z to it. And the contract, we make sure that the value of z is equal to the sum of these two numbers. If it is true, then our contract runs without any error. Then if it is not correct, our contract will fail and tell us that execution failed due to incorrect sum. So this is it, and this is what it will render. You see integrate pronoun, and it will allow you to tell you to input 3 plus 4 is equal to, then you write the answer in the input, and also click on the deploy and call button, which will. So after all this, then you open your terminal. Then let me clear the terminal and run npm start. So your project will be started, and it will open in your browser. So let me go to my browser and see what we have already did now. So this is it. It is already running, and this is the result of what we have did. So we are integrating with pronoun, and 3 plus 4 is equal. Then we are going to input 7 and see whether it will work. So as you can see, we are deploying and calling it. So Panda wallet pop up for us to sign the transaction. So the contract is deployed, and we are going to interact with this deployed contract. So we are going to sign in order to call the contract. So it is signed, and this is the transaction ID. You see contract call, hello world contract unlock public method is called, and this is the transaction ID. You can also copy the transaction ID and do the transaction on what's on chain. So click OK and proceed to what's on chain to see what we have just did. So what's on chain. So this is it. Then we paste our transaction ID here and press it, and this is it. So this is it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and you can please share it and subscribe, and stay tuned for another video. Thank you.